So have you ever had a moment where you thought to yourself, wow, I can't believe this is my job?
Yes, yes. So I think it happened 2024, I guess. So I became the conference director of the Petersen Asphalt Research Conference, and it was so yeah. So here I'm doing all the technical research and all that thing, and then as a conference director, I'm doing everything with organizing, sponsorships, communications, and right from choosing what menu you need to serve the food, right, to the conference, to what wine and beer we serve for our reception. So that was my moment, and I really enjoy it. I mean, so for me, it's like a passion, where I'm able to get my social skills, to work. I'm also able to meet new people, because when we are doing these, organizing of all these events, we meet the whole industry, in a sense, the whole asphalt industry, which with whom I can communicate and meet, and so is in a very positive way. So it's great. I mean, so I'm really enjoying it. Being at Petersen.
Can we talk a little bit about the Petersen conference? Because I've known about the conference. I've never had time. This year will actually be the first time that I get to go.
Yeah. Oh,
so
great,
for people like myself who are going to be attending or thinking about attending the Petersen conference, what's it all about? Like, what do people? What information do you gain at that conference?
Great question. So we'll look forward to welcoming you to Laramie in July.
Well, thank you.
So it's July 14 to 17, and you'll see how nice the experience would be, because it's a very welcoming place and town, and the way we organize the conference. So Petersen Conference, as you can see the name, it comes from J. Klein Petersen, who is now no more, but he used to be at WRI for a long time. He retired from WRI, and then he was the one who actually started. Back then, it was not called the conference by his name.
It used to
be, I think, Laramie, something like that. It's Laramie Technology, or I don't know. I have to look back into the history, but it used to be something like that. And it was more of a people, all the asphalt researchers coming together. This is again, you're looking at. So this conference in 2025 would be the 62nd. So back in 60s is when it was started, and it was like a small group, kind of a science camp get together from all the researchers in the field of oil, in the field of chemicals, who are into asphalt, and then also to the paving and all that. So that's how they used to come together and discuss on what topics are being researched and what issues the industry is facing, and that's how it started. Then it gained traction because asphalt chemistry. Because again, J. Klein Petersen was a great asphalt chemist, and he had a huge role to play in the SHARP and all that. So it's the SHARP project, which is the Strategic Highway Research Program. From the 90s, from late 80s and early 90s, where the whole chemistry portion of that program was from WRI, and you can still see the reports. So what we know about all these asphaltenes and maltenes and how they affect the performance and all that thing has been. This is the grandmaster talking about of asphalt. So in 90s, when I think he retired in the 90s, something like that. After that, it was named as in his honor, named as Petersen Asphalt Research Conference. So that's what it is, and we have tracks on asphalt chemistry, and then on the binder supply side, there are things which many refiners are facing, how to tweak or to optimize their products and all that thing. So we have from that aspect as well. But earlier we used to not have much on the mixture side or the applications on the field application side. So that's what we have been bringing those tracks
trying
as
to
well.
bring more of that in.
Exactly. That way we're talking. So that way the whole industry is talking to each other. If not, we cannot be in silos and create research. We have to be. There is a supplier side of the world which is talking about their issues, and they can hear from what's happening in the field, and then we can create better products along the way, which is good for all our taxpayers and all that. So that's how it has been. That's how it is right now, and the good thing is, it's unlike many conferences where we really take this, the welcoming to Laramie to a very to its core, in a sense. So what we do is we have great support from our tourism board as well. So we and usually what we do is conference starts on a Monday evening where it's a welcome reception. Proceedings begin on Tuesday. whole day Tuesday. Then and Tuesday evening you have a poster reception.
And similar to WAPT?
Yes, yes. But
similar, but it's its own thing.
Yes, but then WAPT used to do the poster with the drinks reception early on, but now I think it is moved away from that model. But there people can talk more. It becomes like a 2-hour healthy discussion.
Do you feel like the drinks that are available help facilitate
yes,
discussion?
Definitely. Yes, yes. And we make sure to get the local beers and good wines and all that thing. So so that's something which people like it. And then at the last day of the conference, so Wednesday we have a banquet dinner. We try to always go to a different place.
I see.
Like try to bring this cowboy feeling with the local, like the sometimes if it's a ranch, we have done ranch as well. And if not, then a local outdoor venue where you have this Western cowboy feeling, and you can, that's a great way of for people to enjoy the hospitality. And then on Thursday, at the end of the conference ends at noon. Then we have a hike actually that we arrange. So
really?
Organize, and so that's our tradition, which is really outdoorsy and in line with Wyoming feeling in a sense. So I really enjoy that.
Well, good. I'm glad you mentioned the hike because I probably wouldn't have packed shoes for that.
Oh yes, exactly. That reminds me, we should send more emails in advance to make sure.
Do people? Is that common for people to first-time people like myself to show up without proper footwear?
Yes, it is. But in general, that's how what we do is we don't do like very difficult hikes because we know that not everyone is used to hiking the big mountains and all that. So we do like easy ones as well, and then ones who are really interested, then they go and do there's a Medicine Bow Peak, which is like it goes to almost 12,000 or something.
Wow.
Feet. So JP used to be, now of course he's retired from WRI, but he was one of the volunteers in a sense to take people to hike.
Lead people on the hikes.
Yes. And then a lot of, from like Jack Ucher from Federal Highway, and there's a lot of the people even from France, because a lot of people are in Germany and France are used to hiking a lot there. So he used to lead these hikes before. So we will keep this tradition going, the hikes and all that, and we'll provide different options, like easy, moderate, and difficult. And we have a great support from the local, from our Albany County Tourism Board, which is called as Visit Laramie now. So and it's great, and we have a booth there for also for people who are coming first time to the town. Then they know what, for example, if you're coming with your family, and we always encourage to come people with family. People are attending conference here. We have the family can go and visit the local areas, and not everything has to be a hike. There are beautiful mountains you can drive through and enjoy the views. So so it's fun.
Well,
so looking forward to seeing you there.
I'm looking forward to it. You talked about John Pascal Planche, the retired executive director. I've actually gotten a chance to know Jean Pascal a little bit the last few years, and he's a dynamic individual and fun guy to be around, it sounds like.
Yes, he's amazing. He's extremely knowledgeable, of course, in technical end, but as a person, he's amazing. He's he's fun from all angles. We can discuss anything with him. Really, I mean, you can have a coffee with him, you can have a beer with him, you can hike with him, you can and along the way you learn a lot, and it's always fun, and that's why I got to work with him for I think couple years maybe or couple years before he retired in 2024. So it was great.
Well, good. So if you think about your time in industry, you said JP is a good guy to drink beer with, to hike with.
Yes.
So if you think about anybody in industry, they could be alive or they could be have passed. Who would you want to either drink coffee with, drink beer with, go on a hike with? Who would that person be, and what are you doing with them?
Yeah, this is a good question. So I think well, I'm not how do I say this? So first I want to. It's not like I'm a WRI employee, so I'm not just trying to have WRI people, but these are really great colleagues, and one of them is also an ex-colleague as well. So it's of course JP, of course he's that's first, and the current CEO DDL Azure is the current CEO of WRI. The same same vibe, same thing with him, and then I have Jeremy Adams, who is the VP of our group at WRI. Although he's very busy, sometimes we don't get enough time, but at least even if we cannot have, sometimes hard to find time to have beer, but at least we have a long discussion during the afternoons and all that, and I really enjoy and we bring everything politics to social, so philosophy to asphalt,
including
to chemistry,
asphalt,
including asphalt. So it all it's like it all ties in together. And then we had our ex-colleague, Joe Rovani, who used to be handling the Petersen Conference. So great guy, and so that's how. And so these are the guys from WRI, and then it was, and then it is. I mean, Galen. I would say things can come to my mind. Yeah, Galen Baumgartner, and then Phil Blankenship. Kodrin Duranga. And. Many actually, and from FAA, Navneet Garg, Nav Garg, and then Punya Rath, Manish Lokrat, and Johnny
Habush.
Johnny Habush. So many actually. I cannot. I mean, it's a great industry. It's a big list. I mean, it's not exhaustive because it is. I have so many names. It's hard to have all the names right now. Even even Katie. Katie DiCarlo. I mean, that's it's great.
Well, it's good. I mean, I think you sort of captured, why this podcast exists. We're so humbled to be a part of this industry, right? And the people are just really good and supportive, regardless of what you do. So it's hard to, we're at AAPT, to use a phrase, it's hard to throw a stick and not hit an amazing person, right?
Right, exactly. And that's why people say that it's hard to retire from this industry,
Yeah.
That's why, I mean, you can see JP coming here, to retirement, he's
here
still
again,
make sure to come to this conference, and because he really enjoys, and that's how it is. Everybody says the same thing, that it's such a welcoming, and it's a community, it's a close-knit community that people really, it's a nice people here, and so that's why I really enjoy these conferences, not just because it's a professional, of course it's a professional thing, we do all that, but it's not, we're doing it with our personal hearts into it as well, you know, so.
Well, I hope everyone listening got a great opportunity to learn about the AAPT conferences, to learn about you, Yogesh, and the WRI Petersen conference coming up in July.
Yes.
Really appreciate your time. Thanks for sitting with us.